Drive, drive. This is Lady Draco, and this file is called Stress and Anxiety Free using Hypnosis. And what I'd like you to do right now is to relax and get yourself into a nice, comfortable position, lying down, preferably on the bed with your earphones in. And take a nice deep breath for me. In and out. And again. And close your eyes. And I want you to picture, as you close your eyes, that you're standing at the top of a flight of steps, 5 safe steps that lead down into a beautiful, beautiful garden. And it is a safe, secluded garden. And you can see the flowers. You can smell the perfume. You can see all the bright colors. Hear the birds singing. And as I count down from 5 to 1, and you walk down the steps as I count, each step will take you even deeper into the most profound hypnotic state that you've been in. And this is such a relaxing place to be in. And let's begin. 5. Take the first step, deeper and deeper. 4. More and more relaxed. 3. Free of all limitations. 2. Even deeper now. And 1. A wonderful feeling. And now you're in that garden. You could feel the softness of the lawn beneath your feet, the fresh air in your lungs. And you can see an old oak bench beside the lawn. And you can smell the perfume of the flowers as you walk over and just sit on the bench. And as you look up into the clear blue sky, you close your eyes and drift into a deep, deep sleep. And as you go deeper, deeper asleep, you start to dream. And in that dream, you are walking through a field of gold, wheat, corn, barley, the kind of field that people sing about. And as you walk through that field, you can feel the softness of the plants under your fingertips. Watch the breeze moving the top of the plants, just like a wave on the ocean. See that golden hue as the sun glistens off those plants. The field opens onto a wide, safe path, and that leads you down into a valley. And there are wildflowers as far as the eye can see. And the colors, they just fill your mind. And the perfume fills your senses. And as you walk down the path, each step takes you deeper and deeper into the most wonderful, relaxing state you've ever been in. Pure bliss. And you can see ahead that there is an old oak tree, hundreds and hundreds of years old, and its branches just overhanging the pathway ahead of you. That's right. And as you pass beneath those branches, you can feel the coolness of the shade. See the light like diamonds just shining between the leaves. And you wonder about all the people that have passed beneath these branches over the hundreds of years. People who have sheltered there, friends or lovers who have met there. As you walk back out into the sunshine, and you can feel the warmth of the sun on your face. And as you continue down the path, you can see the river that runs through the valley to somewhere miles away. And you are now on the riverbank. And as you watch the river flowing past, taking the leaves and the twigs down the river, you can see an old rowboat. You know the kind that you see in the park in the summertime. And it's tied to the riverbank, just left there, forgotten all about, abandoned. And you become aware all of a sudden that you have a rucksack on your back, a backpack. And you hadn't noticed it before. You hadn't noticed it before. But now you can feel the weight of it in that backpack. And you see that it's very negative. It feels very limiting for you. And it feels like a weight on your shoulders. It feels like anxiety and stress, the weight of the world is on you. It has been placed on you. And as you feel that weight of that bag, you realize it has been slowing you down and holding you back. And you can see me standing there. And you feel me as I come up to you. And I come up and I unstrap the bag from your back. And you watch me as I take the bag and I drag it because it's so heavy. And I drag it over to the boat and I heave it in. And you stand there and you watch as the boat starts to sink lower and lower into the water under the weight of that backpack. And you see the boat drift down the river as I cut the rope and push the boat out into the current. You see the boat get smaller and smaller and smaller, and then it totally disappears from view. All of a sudden you feel this feeling of freedom, this feeling of total weightlessness as you lay back on the riverbank and you look up into that clear blue sky and you picture that tiny little boat way out on a vast ocean laden down with that backpack full of anxiety and stresses. And you think about the waves washing over the boat as it takes it directly to the bottom of the ocean, with every piece of negativity, every stress, every negative thought, every limiting belief, all hurt, all pain, all sadness and fear that's been holding you back and slowing you down. And in your mind's eye, you picture that boat and bag being buried beneath the sand on the ocean bed. And as you do that, you drift off into a deep, deep sleep. And in that sleep, you travel. You travel to the center of your mind, the very core of your being. And that space is filled with the most incredible, beautiful light, like opening the curtains on a bright summer morning. And that light fills your being with love and joy, filling you up, lifting you up. And as you walk in your mind into the light, you see a massive door. Picture it now in front of you. And that door is like a bank vault, and you can see it. And 3 numbers pop into your mind right now. 3 numbers, and you punch them into that security keypad, and you can see that the light turns green. You spin the dial on the door, and you pull the door open. That's it. Now step into the vault. And you can see a wall with safety deposit boxes on it. And one of the boxes has your name on it. Walk over to the box with your name on it and open the door. Pull out the drawer and lift out the canister. Take it over to the table in the center of the room. Lift the lid on the box. And when you do, you see a photo of yourself, having achieved your goal, being totally free of anxiety and worry, free of any stresses, free, totally happy in your life. Now, step into that picture, into that photo, and feel what it feels like to have achieved it. See what you will see. Feel what you will feel. Hear what you will hear. Take a minute. Feel it. Experience it. Remember it. This is what it feels like. Now step back out of the photo. And underneath that photo, there's also a sheet of paper folded in half that you didn't notice. Unfold the piece of paper right now and notice what is written there. It's in your own handwriting. And what's written there are the answers to the question of what that it is you need to do to eliminate any stress and anxiety in your life and to achieve the happiness and freedom that you want and desire. Look at it now, read your own words. You know what it says. Memorize the answer. Store it in that part of your mind that is there for strength and learning to be used and utilized later on. That's right. You know exactly what it says. Learn from it. Once you have done that completely, put the paper back in the box and place the photo back on top of the paper and close the lid. Take the box back over to the wall and put it back in the drawer. Push the drawer in and close the door. Walk back out of the vault and close the massive steel door behind you. Spin the dial and watch the light go red. The answers are now stored safely and securely in the center of your mind. Walk back into the light now. That's it. Walk back to the light. From today, every stress, every worry, every care, all anxiety will be gone. And no matter how hard you try to remember how it felt to be afraid or anxious, the further away the stress and anxiety will go. No matter how hard you try, you will never experience them again. And as you continue into the light, you realize you are in a dream that you are having while you are asleep on the riverbank. That's right. And as you begin to awaken on that riverbank, you can remember the boat and the bag now buried at the bottom of the ocean. And as you walk back up the path that led you down into the valley, you can see the old oak tree whose branches you walked beneath. As you walk beneath the branches once again, you can feel the coolness of the shade. As you walk back into the sunshine, You can feel the warmth of the sun on your back, and you can see the field of gold. As you walk back into the field, you can smell the perfume of the wheat and barley. As you walk through the field, you realize you are actually in a dream that you are having while you are fast asleep on the bench in the beautiful garden. And you are waking up in the garden, and you can see the flowers, the lawn, and the 5 steps that led you down into the garden. That's it. Walk over to the steps now. And as I count down from 1 to 5, you're going to run up those steps with a new energy and an incredible lightness of being. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, totally awake, alive, refreshed, feeling so incredibly good, feeling like a new person as you look back across the garden and you can see the flowers, the grass, and the old oak bench that you fell asleep on. And as you look upon the scene, you become aware that you are actually in a deep hypnotic trance, listening to my voice. That's right. And it may be interesting to know that in deep hypnotic states, where thoughts drift by like dreams, some enter the mind and some just drift through the mind, while some are left behind to be used or utilized later on. Others are remembered, or seem to be remembered at first, and then become more and more distant and forgotten over time. And time, that changes too. And you will know what a trip it's been when you begin to know that what seemed to be a short time was really a long time, or what seemed like a long time was really no time at all. And so as I count from 1 to 10, you drift back up, feeling absolutely wonderful. Every suggestion given to you by me will be acted upon and become your reality. That's right. 1, you're starting to wake up again. 2, you're feeling your surroundings. 3, you're starting to feel the bed. 4, you're starting to feel your limbs. 5, you're starting to realize that we have been talking. 6, you're starting to feel like you had a wonderful dream. 7, you feel so light, so relaxed, so good. 8, you're feeling so light and refreshed. 9, almost there. 10, totally awake, totally relaxed, totally alive, refreshed, light as air, feeling so amazingly good. And you just don't know how it happened. That's right, feeling that freedom, and it will continue to grow as you work toward your goal without even trying or without even thinking about it. And this is Lady Draco, Hopefully you enjoyed this file. If you did, I will please ask you to leave me some good feedback. Until the next file, stay safe.